What happens when a rising star stays silent amid a cultural firestorm? Let's talk about Andrew Barth Feldman and the storm swirling around his casting in Maybe Happy Ending. Before diving into the drama, let's pause to acknowledge something important. Andrew is widely described as a genuinely kind and talented individual. Those who've met him, like yours truly, often leave with a sense of warmth and admiration. Others in the theater world echo that sentiment, praising his thoughtfulness and dedication. So what's the deal with the silence? Here's where it gets tricky. Actors don't always have the freedom to speak their minds, whether due to contractual obligations, PR advice, or the complexities of navigating a high-stakes production. Sometimes their voices are muted. Andrew hasn't publicly addressed the backlash surrounding his casting as Oliver in Maybe Happy Ending, a role originally intended for Darren Criss, who has Filipino heritage. The show is set in Seoul and rooted in Korean storytelling, which has sparked fierce debates about representation and equity in theater. The controversy isn't just about casting, it's about visibility. Groups like the Asian American Performers Action Coalition, AAPAC, have voiced disappointment, arguing that this decision overlooks the lived experiences of Asian and Asian American artists. For many, it feels like a step backward in a field still fighting for diverse narratives. Yet Andrew's only public comments came before the backlash erupted. His initial statement celebrated the show and his co-star Helen J. Shen, but it didn't address the cultural implications of his casting. The show's creators, Will Aronson and Hugh Park, tried to explain their choice by framing Oliver and Claire as culturally ambiguous robots. While well-intentioned, this response missed the mark for critics who argue that art exists within cultural contexts. Helen J. Shen, who originated the role of Claire and is Andrew's real-life partner, spoke up about the difficulty of the situation. While her words were thoughtful, the burden shouldn't fall on one person to carry the conversation. And this is the part most people miss. The silence of a public figure can speak volumes. Andrew's absence from the debate has left fans and critics wondering. Is he choosing to stay quiet out of respect for the production? Is he navigating pressure from his team? Or is this a missed opportunity for a young actor with a platform to engage in a critical dialogue about inclusion? Theater audiences today demand authenticity, not just in casting, but in storytelling and values. When controversies arise, many look to actors as advocates for change. Shouldn't they? This raises a bigger question. Do actors have a responsibility to weigh in on cultural debates, even when they're caught between personal convictions and professional pressures? Andrew's eventual statement, whenever it comes, could shape how this chapter is remembered. A heartfelt acknowledgement of the concerns, a reflection on the role's cultural significance, and a commitment to learning from the experience might go a long way. It wouldn't erase the controversy, but it could spark a meaningful conversation. So here's the challenge to the producers and PR team. Let Andrew speak. His voice matters. The theater community is waiting. And if you're reading this, Andrew, what's your take? Share your story. After all, silence in a charged moment can be as powerful as a well-crafted statement. What do you think? Sound off in the comments. Should artists always speak up about casting decisions, or is it fair to let them stay silent in the heat of the storm?